Recently, I've been writing a lot about what it's like to feel lost in life and the agony of the unknown. As you can see here, I have a lot to say, but that's because I never felt like I fit into this mold. And I was never meant to follow that prescribed formula of kind of like having your life planned by the age of 25 and having hit certain milestones like graduating college, kids, marriage, buying a house. I've always been doing things at my own time and not worrying about that. But the downside of that is that feeling of being behind and feeling like everyone else has that map, that roadmap, and I don't. And if you're feeling that way right now, I have good news. Feeling lost is a gift, and it's nothing but part of the process. And I know you know this because I know that logically, that's a concept that we hear about all the time. It's something that we read about. It's something that other people say to us. It's a cliche at this point. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't bring up feelings of being inadequate or feelings of almost like it's a moral failing or a character flaw. I felt lost pretty much all of my 20s. And graduating college was basically as far as I had planned at that time. So once that was done, I felt really overwhelmed because I didn't know where to go. I knew where I didn't want to go, which is the more normalized path. But I also didn't know where to put my energy or what to put my energy into. And for a while, I was panicking about it. I was kind of wallowing a little bit in this perceived failure that I was experiencing, but something clicked and it made a whole world of difference. And it was, I had a mindset shift. But before we go any further, come with me. Let's make something while we talk. When I was feeling that lost, as I was working through these outdated beliefs that not having my life figured out by then was a complete failure, I realized that I could just look at all that freedom and uncertainty I had at the time as an opportunity. And I took that and I ran with it. I think the best thing you can do is to throw yourself into new experiences, new places, new people, new skills, and it doesn't have to make sense. That's the whole point of this, of having this time. Maybe this sounds a little too woo-woo, but I don't care. For me, it's almost like a gift from the universe because it's the time for us to figure out who we truly are, to expand. Because growth happens in discomfort. And what's the unknown if not discomfort? Back in my mid to late 20s, I was in that exact position. And I mean, my early 20s too, but we're talking about later on. And I decided to take a leap of faith. I moved to a place that I had no business moving to. And even though I moved with a friend, there was no reason for me to be there. I didn't really know anyone else. I had no ties to the place. I was working remotely, so it's not like I moved for work. But something in me just felt like it was right. And I had adopted this mindset of why not? So I did. I moved. I took that leap. And you want to know what happened? I met the love of my life. And I met a completely different version of myself that I don't think I would have met had I not put myself in that position and situation. I was propelled into doing a lot of deep healing, even more so than I thought I needed. And 5 years later, my life has completely changed because I took that one chance. Granted, it wasn't the only one, but it was probably the most significant one. And I'm not saying that you have to do something that drastic. I mean, if you can, why not? But I am saying that if you take the time to embrace the fact that you have a lot of directions that you could go into rather than panic and just stay stuck in doing nothing or doing things that don't align with you, that will really open up a whole other world. And I mean that in every way, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And for people like us who don't want to follow a path that is kind of chosen for us by society or by our parents or by our programming, the ability to step forward into the new, even though it's scary and even though you might be doing it alone, is how you get to know yourself, is how you get to define what you like and what you don't like, what you want to chase and what you don't want in your life. It's going to help you figure out your spark and what lights you up. Don't try to follow a path that doesn't align with you just because it seems like the right one or the easy one. I promise you that there's nothing more rewarding than when you let life push you in directions that maybe you never would have gone into by yourself. And you look back and you're like, wow, my life completely changed because I gave myself the chance. We have to try things. And we have to fail. The times that you feel lost in life are a great opportunity for failure, because failure is not to be feared. Failure is to be looked at as a nugget of wisdom. It's a stepping stone. Study it, learn from it. And the way to find ourselves when we feel lost is to try life on like we're trying different hats. And maybe you already went through this process. Maybe you've been lost and you felt like you found your path and now you're back to feeling that way again. That's normal. What once worked and what once fit you and what once brought you happiness or stability or whatever it is that you are seeking might not fit the next version of you. That just means we are changing and we are adapting. Embrace that. Take the risk so you can gain clarity and move a little bit closer to who you truly are. Forget the opinions of others. Forget the pressure that you might be putting on yourself. Alignment doesn't come from staying stagnant, and that definitely doesn't live in making choices for other people or because we're being told that that's the right thing to do. Being realistic doesn't have to be settling for things that are not for you. And one of the things that I wrote on my little journal here as I was thinking about what message I wanted to get across in this video is the process becomes the destination when we allow it. And we're not wasting time. We're refining ourselves. I hope this video makes you a little bit more comfortable in knowing that it's okay to be exactly where you are right now, even if that means not knowing where you are, not having a plan and living in the uncertainty. You never know what's on the other side of the unknown. Take the chance, take the opportunity. It might really surprise you. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a great day and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.